Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Going to bring you another game from Out of the Park 18, 1977 season, played by the GM, Mr. Brody. In my last video, I had a couple of questions regarding, one was regarding the photos, how I got the photos into the game, so I'm going to try to go over that briefly. And the other one, well, wasn't a question, but was a suggestion that I can modify the, I think it was the base running, the little icons, the little shapes and stuff that I have running the bases look like little bowling pins kind of. But I heard there's a way to modify that, so I'm going to kind of go and look at that. I did not, as far as that goes, I did not see a setting in the options or anything on how to modify that. I looked in both during the game and outside the game in here to try to find a modification, but I did not see that. So if you know how to do that, I like to just play around with that. So let me know. I think it might have been Clinton Parks that suggested that. But if Clinton, if you watch this video, make a comment on the bottom of it if you can. Let me know how you change that specifically, because I could not find that in the settings. But anyway, I'm going to go over the photo thing, how to install the photo. Which another user, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name, was asking in the last video. So, it's what you do, and I'm going to do it with a team that I haven't done yet. And I'm just going to do a couple of the photos, and I'm going to pause the video and then continue during the game, because I don't want to bring a whole video of this, but if I show a couple of different examples. So anyway, so if you go to here, I'm going to go over to the Oakland Athletics, because that's who we're playing next, and I haven't done them yet. Usually what I do is I just, and I go through them one by one. I'm sure there's probably a faster way, but this is the way I know how to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'll just start with the, I could probably just go through the roster, but I like going through the batting leaders. That way I get to see what the leaders are for each team as I do it. And then I'll go through the rosters and do the ones that I haven't done yet. So anyway, just click on the guy's name, Manny Sanguian here. And all you do is you go over to Editor. Now, there's something I had to do first, which I'll show you when I do this. Editor. And I go into down here to Player Picture and Picture Functions. So I go down to Import Photo File. Okay. Now this right here, as you can see, this is the file folder that's put in. And what you do is you put it into the player file. You go into the Out of the Park folder, Out of the Park Baseball, and then now I have an Out of the Park Baseball 15 because that's where I did it before. But you can put it in Out of the Park Baseball 18, the folder. You just got to go into your My Computer, the drive, mine is the C drive, but whatever the drive letter is yours. Go into the folders, into the program files. I think it's X86 or X whatever it is, and then inside of that, you'll find the Out of the Park folder. And then what I did is I created a player photo file in the 15 one, because I don't think there was one. And then I just put all the pictures into that. And you don't have to change them. You can put them in just as you download them from, I use Ballpark something, PC Ballpark or whatever it was. But where they have all the files for the Action PC. And I just go into the year. And I just downloaded the 1977 year and put it into a folder. This is just the readme from the file. But anyway, so I just go under here and I just scroll down to Manny Sanguian. Which is right here. And I just double click on it. And he changes it to Manny Sanguian. That's it. And then I go out of it. Okay, and there he is right there. And it's part of the reason why I did it here too, is I wanted to show you immediately as it came in. And then I go to Jim Tyrone. As you can see, it's got the generic picture there. Well, not the generic, but the created photo there. Then I go to Editor again. And I go to here. fictional picture. That's what it is. And then I go down to import photo file, and it's Jim Tyrone this time. Jim Tyrone, double click on it. Boom. And as you can see, you can kind of tell, at least I can, with the photos, that if you go to the photo that you put in the photo that the computer generated, there are a lot of the facial features. I mean, they're not perfect, but a lot of the facial features are similar of the players that they input, which is kind of cool. I noticed that. I didn't notice it until I started switching them, but they are very similar. So the photo creator thing is pretty good. It's not perfect, but if you don't have photos, you can always use those. It's not a big deal. But I like to kind of have the regular photos, the real photos, pictures. And I'll do one more. I'll just do one. I'll just do Tony Armas here. I'll go back and do Mitchell Page after this, but I'll do just to show you how it shows up here too. Tony R. Armas. And I'll go to Editor. Player Picture. And import photo file. Tony Armas. And this one's under Tony Armas, so it doesn't have to match up totally, I know, with inside pitch if you do it with it. And you have to get it perfect, like this Tony. If it's Tony R. Armas up there, it has to be Tony R. Armas here. But with this, it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, I could even pick an incorrect photo here. And if I wanted to use somebody else's photo, like Tom Verizer's photo, I wouldn't. But just in case I did. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't follow it. It's whatever I click on here will end up being in the file. I know with Action PC Baseball, well, actually, also with Inside Pitch, you can't have this underscore here. You have to get, I believe you have to get rid of it. Yeah, you have to get rid of the underscore in order for it to match up too. With Action PC, you need to have the underscore in there, depending upon what, well, you don't have to, but I think the default setting is that you do. But you can play around with that, or you could change the name around. The order of the name is important there too. Tony Armas might be Armas Tony with the underscore or without the underscore, depending upon how you have it set up. But here, you don't need to have it perfect. You just need to click on it. Boom, there it is. That's pretty good likeness of him in the actual the generation is. So, and go back twice, and there he is right there. So I'm just going to go through and do this with all the photos, and you see it shows it right here too. Now, the only thing I did notice, and I'll try to show it to you when I start the game, is that not all the player photos will actually always be there. Like sometimes they'll revert back to these photos during the game, and what will happen is sometimes too is that the main player photo on the screen will be the generic one, or the computer generated one here, and when you go to click on his name right here, this box right here will show the actual photo you downloaded. So there'll be two different photos: the actual photo in the stat area and the other photo in this one. And sometimes for a while they'll be okay, they'll be all downloaded right here, but then you might load up a game and they're not downloaded. So there are some little buggy issues with that sometimes, but I'll just go back and re-download them, and then they'll be okay for a game or two. And so yeah, and then some of the players, like I said, some of the photos will work, and some of them, well, they all work, but some of the photos will stick, and some of the photos won't stick during from game to game. So you just have to go back and redo it, which is kind of a pain. And I don't know how to do it if there's a bulk way of doing it, so I don't have to do it individually. But right now I'm fairly new to the game, so I just kind of do it individually here. And I think that's probably the way you got to do it. I didn't see any kind of global thing you can do. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that, and I'm going to get into the game now. So I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to return when we're in the game. So hope that helps. So yeah, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back here, and we got all the photos loaded and everything. And I don't know, I kind of like doing these individually too, because I kind of like doing them with Inside Pitch, and I I get to learn a little bit about each player as I kind of do it a little bit, look at their stats a little bit, and find some perspective. Since I play in open universe here, in case I want to do any trades and stuff later on. But definitely a lot of meat on the bone for this game, a lot more than I realized. And I think what it was is at first, it was kind of overwhelming. There was too much meat on the bone, I think, at first for me when I was getting used to playing these sim games. But now that I'm played a bunch of them, I'm kind of liking this, just the customability in this, and learning some stuff that I like and I don't like about simulation games, and I can choose to turn on or off whatever I want to do. But I really like the open universe thing in this, and I didn't think I was going to, because I usually like the as played lineups, but I don't know, I'm kind of liking this too. And one thing I did notice with the photos too, there were a couple of photos that weren't in the files, and I think what it was is in this game too, you'll have call-ups, like they'll make it called up like a year early or something like that, or it might be years where they only played a couple games where they don't have a baseball card or whatever, because I think these are baseball card photos for the most part, these photo files, I think. At least the ones I noticed are. And I kind of like, but I noticed that as as I download more years, right now I've just done the 77, but as I download 78, 79, 80, 76, whatnot, as I do the other seasons, I'm going to have more photos in there. And I'll probably have to start labeling them by the team or whatever that they're on. So that way I can, because I noticed even with like Mike Torres has a Yankee photo in here, because I think he was later traded to the Yankees for the rest of the season, in the middle of the season, 77, I think. And then I think in 78 he went to the Red Sox. I believe that's how it went. But anyway, but that way, in case players play two different teams, they can have two different cards. I can just have a different year, or just use another photo for them. So I can have multiple photos of the same person, just different years. I can label them differently, and don't have to worry about the names matching up totally. But anyway, that's enough of that. So let's get back to our Boston Red Sox here, Mr. Brody. Manager's office there, Mr. Brody. We'll probably do a photo of him eventually, maybe download a picture of him. But anyway, so we're ranked 18 out of 26. So we've been kind of on I think we lost the last 2 games in a row at least. And had a couple of tough luck losses there. I think one of them was in extra innings, and one of them just our bullpen blew up on us. So we're just 8-10 right now. So Mr. Brody's got some work to do. So hopefully we can get back our winning ways here. So let's play the game versus Oakland. And we refilled our lineups here, so now we have Ted Cox as our DH permanently, because we may switch that around with Bernie Carville depending upon how Cox does. We've got a new lefty lineup and a new righty lineup, and hopefully, as I said, in a few weeks, Yastrzemski will be back. So we'll be able to put him in left field there. And we're still on the lookout for a third baseman, because I think that's one of our goals. If we go back to our team, let's cancel it right here. I don't know where it was, but right here, goals. So one of our goals is to upgrade third base, which would have been mine anyway, even if it wasn't here. I need to extend my Yastrzemski's contract, and I need to increase my profit. I need to have at least a $600,000 profit, and I need to reach the World Series. That's within the next 3 years. So these are our goals. So we're going to start working on them. All right. So let's play the game. So, all right, here we go. So we have our pretty standard Red Sox defense here. We're playing in Boston, of course. Oh yeah, and I did want to. I thought I had downloaded or set up the Fenway Park in here, but I guess I didn't. Anyway, that's something I definitely want to do here. Let me let me, yeah, I'm in the game. I'm not going to worry about it right now, but in the future I'll try to get the game in there. So now, as you can see, the Red Sox photos are all in the game. The last game I played, not the last game I recorded, the Red Sox photos weren't there. And see, I just downloaded the new photos here of like Rodney Scott. So he's here, but he's not here. So again, I guess that's kind of frequent. But you just go with it, you know. Just a little bug there in the game where it bugs out the photo file sometimes. Anyway, not a big deal. So, all right, so let's see. Rick Wise is on the mound. He's 1-0 with a 6.50 ERA, 18 innings pitched, 29 hits allowed, 13 earned runs, 7 walks, and 7 strikeouts. So the lineup for the visiting Oakland A's will be as follows. Rodney Scott, the second baseman, bats first. Tony Armas, who will later be on the Red Sox in the early 80s there, plays center field. Mitchell Page, I believe he was Rookie of the Year at one point, or he was definitely one of the higher-up rookies for the Oakland A's. In left field, bats third. Wayne Gross, the third baseman, bats cleanup. Manny Sanguilla behind the plate, batting fifth. Jim Tyrone, the right fielder, will bat sixth. Rob Piccolo, the shortstop, bats seventh. Bill North, and I think it was under Billy North, my photo file, so as you can see, it doesn't matter if it's Bill or Billy, as long as it is DHing today and batting eighth. And Jerry Tabb is your first baseman, batting ninth. So that's your visiting Oakland A's lineup. The Oakland A's coming in with a record of 5-14. They were pretty bad, I remember back then. You know, a few years after they were removed from their World Series appearances and wins in the early 70s. So this is kind of like a skeleton of the team. If anybody is left, I don't think so. I don't see recognize any of the players from back, you know, from their World Series run. So it's been revamped, and they're in the rebuilding mode right now. So Rodney Scott comes in hitting .221 with 3 runs batted in, and he got a 60 eye, so he's got a decent eye against righty. So we're just gonna pitch normal. And Rick Wise is 60 control, which is pretty good. So I'll wait for So Oakland's in 6th place. Boston's tied for 5th. So both teams are pretty much struggling right now. Hopefully the Red Sox can capitalize on this weak Oakland team. And that is going to be a base hit, so not a good start for the Red Sox. And Rick Wise, as Rodney Scott lines a single past George Scott. Next up will be Tony Armas. Tony Armas comes in hitting .229 with 2 homers and 8 runs batted in. And let's see here. He has got a bad eye of 35, so I'm going to pitch around him. And that does not end up being the way we want it. But anyway, so he lines a single. That'll happen. So runners on first and second now. First 2 runners on for the Oakland A's, so they have something going with a dangerous Mitchell Page. Mitchell Page comes in hitting .260 with 2 homers and 9 runs batted in. And he's got a decent eye, so we'll just pitch to him. Pops it up. Doyle comes in, and he will make the catch for out number 1. So that'll bring up Wayne Gross, third baseman. Wayne Gross comes in hitting .250 with 2 homers and 11 runs batted in. And he has got a 65 eye, so we're just going to pitch right to it. And that'll be hit back to the pitcher Wise. Over second for 1, back to first. And they turn 2. So the Red Sox get out of it with a 1-4-3. I think it was a 1-4-3. They're 1-4-3 or 1-6-3 double play. That'll be it in the Oakland first inning, as they do not score. So Vida Blue on the mound. Vida Blue comes in with a 2-2 record, 27 innings pitched, 29 hits allowed, 12 earned runs, 5 walks and 15 strikeouts, ERA of an even 4. he was 14 and looks like 14 and 19 for the actual season. With a 3.83 ERA. And again, his photo is just not showing up in the game. In fact, all the Oakland guys aren't. As you can see, they are loaded, though. Just not showing up on the screen. So, alright. So, Rick Burleson comes in. He will lead it off. And plays short. Ted Cox is your DH batting second. Batting third will be Jim Rice, the left fielder. Batting cleanup, George Scott is off to a great start. Both Rice and Scott are. And Hobson, actually, power-wise, is off to a good start, as you'll see. Third baseman bats fifth. Carlin Fisk bats sixth, is behind the plate. Denny Doyle will bat seventh and play second. Dwight Evans, the right fielder, bats eighth. And Fred Lynn, the center fielder, who has been struggling but has come on a little bit lately, will bat ninth. All right, so Rick Burleson hitting .263 with 4 runs batted in. He'll swing away. It does not have the... Actually, we'll have him... Let's check out his control. 60 for blue, so we'll have him swing away. He is only 2 for 14 on the first pitch, so I might have wanted to... But... To have him take a pitch, but that's okay. So Piccolo will make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Ted Cox, hitting .273 with 3 runs batted in. He's been slumping as of late. Was off to a really fast start, hitting over 400 for a while, but has dropped in the last week as the Red Sox have dropped a few games there. So Blue looks in for the sign from Sanguian. Here's the windup and the pitch, and we're going to have him take because his first pitch swinging is only 2 for 14 there, so we'll have him take a pitch. And that will be ball 1. I'll take another. See if we can get a good hitter's count here. And at the count evens at 1 with the fastball. Swing away. And that's going to be a drillable to third. Good play by Gross for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox first. Brings up Jim Rice. As we said, Jim Rice is off to a fast start, hitting .321 with 5 homers and 14 runs batted in. So he is a 3 for 10 first pitch. So we'll have him first pitch swing. And he strikes out. So the Red Sox go in order in the first, and after 1 full, no score. So that'll bring up Manny Sanguian to lead it off for the A's in the second. Let's take a look at Rick Wise. He was actually 11-5 for the season with a 4.77 ERA. And his ERA is up over 6 right now. So 1-0 record. 19 innings pitched, 25 hits allowed, so he's been struggling so far, even though he did get the victory. 13 earned runs, 7 walks, and 7 strikeouts. I think I did go over his stats, but just go over them again. So Sanguian comes in hitting .393, so he's off to a fast start with a homer and 5 runs batted in. He's got a poor eye, so we'll pitch around him. Only a 30 eye. And it's a drill blade front. Wise fields it over to Scott for out number 1. So that'll bring up Jim Tyrone, the right fielder. Tyrone comes in hitting .319 with 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. He's got an eye that's below 50, so we'll pitch around him too. And he draws a walk. So that was pretty good that time. So Tyrone, not too much of a threat to steal, but we'll throw over once just to keep him close. So to bring up Rob Piccolo, the weak-hitting shortstop. He's hitting just .215 with 5 runs batted in, and he's got a poor eye, so we'll pitch around him. Ooh, and he walks too, so Wise's control is not good, so we may not want to pitch around anybody else right now. Bill North hitting .177 with 4 runs batted in. He's got a decent eye, so we'll pitch to him. And he strikes out. So after 2 walks is a strikeout. So 2 down now. Runners on first and second for Jerry Tabb. Tabb, the number 9 hitter, first baseman. He comes in hitting 245 at-bats. 1 run batted in. He has got a below average eye. We'll pitch to him. We don't want to walk anybody else. And he strikes out. to end the inning. So Wise gets out of it for 1.5, no score. So that'll bring up the boomer, George Scott. George Scott comes in hitting .247. He's cooled off a bit lately. He still has those 5 homers and 19 runs batted in to lead the team with the 19 runs batted in. I think he leads with the... I think he's actually tied with Rice for the home run lead with 5. So we will have him take a pitch. He's only 2 for 14 on the first pitch. And that's going to be ball 1. I'm take another. Strike 1-1. I'll swing away now. And he's going to hit one out. And, ooh, a great diving catch by Page in left field. Saved extra bases on that one. That'll be 1 down in the Red Sox second. Brings up third baseman Butch Hobson, which we're working on replacing. He's hitting .244 with 3 homers and 8 runs batted in. We'll have him take a pitch. He's only... Oh, that was 2 for 14. That was... Oh, batter's only hitting 2 for 14. That was my bad on that one. So it's definitely good for us to take a pitch. First pitch is... we're not too... Batters aren't too lucky with that. So Hobson, though, is pretty good, though, on the first pitch. But we'll take a pitch. Misses with a fastball. Try it. Take another pitch. 2-0 the count. Well, I'm hit away. No good hitters count. Oh, and he still strikes out anyway, despite getting the first 2 balls. So 2 down now. That'll bring up Fisk. Fisk comes in hitting .297 with 4 runs batted in. Still looking for his first homer. Take a pitch. 1-0. Take another one. 2-0. I'm going to take one more. See if we can draw a walk here. 3-0 the count. Well, we'll have him take it. See if we can get on base here. And it's ball 4, so he walks on 4 pitches. So 2 outs and Fisk on first for Doyle. Well, I'm taking another pitch. See if we can make him throw a strike. 1-0 the count. We'll just keep on taking until he throws a strike. 2-0 the count. Take another one. 2-1. There's a strike. So, all right, we'll swing away now. Ooh, that was a ball. Oh, and he gets booted by Gross, and that'll put runners on first and second. So the Red Sox have a little 2-out rally going here, first and second with 2 down for Dwight Evans. Evans comes in hitting just .196 with a homer and 11 runs batted in. We'll have him take a pitch here. And ball 1. Take another one. So another ball. 2-0 the count. In there for a strike. 2-1. We'll swing away now. And he's going to hit one to the second baseman. So Scott over to Tab, and that'll do it for the Red Sox. So nothing comes of the little 2-out rally. And after 2 full, no score. So Wise will face top of the order Scott, Armas, and Page. Scott's 1 for 1. Singled his first time up. And he strikes him. Strikes him out. So 3 Ks now for Wise. It'll bring up Tony Armas. He also singled his first time up. We'll pitch around him. Yeah, I gotta watch pitching around him because Wise tending to walk a lot of batters, so he may not want to do that. So I'll throw to first. And he's back safely. So Page up now. Good contact hitter of 70. 0 for 1 on the day. And that's going to be hit to center field. Lynn comes in and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So 2 down now and run on first for Wayne Gross. Gross 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be hit up the middle. So Armas will move around to third. Oh, and he's going to be gunned out by Lynn at third, trying to stretch to third base. So Lynn guns him down. So great play by Fred Lynn will end the inning. So after 2.5, no score. Hopefully that'll motivate the Red Sox as now Fred Lynn is up. That happens quite a bit as the defensive man makes a great play and then he's up to bat. Let's see if he can transfer that to the plate here. Lynn comes in hitting .263 with 4 runs batted in. So he's just 1 for 9. Yeah, we're going to take a pitch here. And that's ball 1. Take another one. In there for a strike. Swing away now. And that's going to go to center. And Armas makes a shoestring catch for out number 1. Top of the order, Burleson, 0 for 1 on the day. We'll have him take one. 1-0. A lot of first pitch balls. And count evens at 1. And it'll be hit to second as Scott gets it over to first for out number 2. So Ted Cox, he's 0 for 1 on the day. Take a pitch. In there for a strike. And he'll lace a single up the middle just past Piccolo. So 2-out rally going for the Red Sox. Cox not a threat to steal. So Rice swing away. And he's going to pop one up. Sanguillen under it and makes the catch. So the Red Sox do not score, and after 3 full, still no score. And Sanguillen makes the out, and he'll come to the plate. Good contact hitter at 60. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And he's going to hit one out to left. Rice comes in and has taken on a hop. So leadoff single for Sanguillen. Came close. Back safely. Bring up Tyrone. I believe he walked his first time out. And he's going to hit one to Burleson over second for 1. Back to first. And they turn the 6-4-3 double play. So 2 down now and the base is empty for Piccolo. Piccolo walked his first. Yeah, Piccolo walked his first time up too. And he'll hit a hot shot down the line. Scott's got it. He'll take it himself. And that'll do it for Oakland in the top of the 4th. So good pitchers duel so far. Red Sox have managed just 1 hit off of Blue. Take a pitch here. And ball 1. On the check swing by Scott. Take another one. 2-0 the count. And we'll have him take another one. Ball 3, 3-0. And he walks on 4 pitches. So another 4-pitch walk for Blue. So leadoff runner is on here in the bottom of the 4th for the Red Sox. I'm going to bring up Hobson. He'll take one. Ball 1. Outside, ball 2. Take another one. It's in there for a strike. Yeah, we'll take another one. 2-2 the count. And he's going to hit one on the screws. This one will go all the way to the wall. And Hobson will have himself a double. Stand-up double. As Scott holds at third with nobody out. So the Red Sox have something going here in the bottom of the 4th. Runners on second and third with nobody out for Pudge Fisk. We'll take a pitch here. Ball 1. Take another one. 2-0 the count. And I'll take another one. Looks like he's pitching around. Oh, that's in there for a strike. And he strikes out. So that'll bring up Doyle. I'll have him swing away here. And Doyle's going to hit one out to left. Runner goes back to tag. And Scott, let's see. George Scott. Average outfield depth. Scott is an awful runner. Mitchell Page has a cannon for an arm. We're definitely not going to. So it'll be up to Dwight Evans. If the Red Sox can get on the board here. Take a pitch. And that's ball one. Take another one. Inside now for ball two. He's all over the place. In there for a strike. And he'll hit one down the line, and this could be extra bases. This will get in two as Scott and... Is that Fisk or Hobson? I can't remember. Oh, Evans. No, Evans got a double. So Evans gets a 2-run double and puts the Red Sox on the board 2-0. So who was that scored? Let's see. Yeah, it was Scott and Hobson. Okay. Alrighty. So a little 2-out rally by the Red Sox. Evans comes through in the clutch, and the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead. That'll bring up Fred Lynn. He'll take a pitch. In there for a strike. And he's going to hit one the first. Tab will take it himself. And that'll do it for the Red Sox. But the Red Sox score 2 on a 2-run double by Evans. So Wise now with a lead. So we'll definitely pitch to contact here. Well, not pitch to contact. We'll pitch. It's going to be a leadoff single, so not the way you want to start after getting a couple runs. Bill North, the DH, he's 1 for 2 now. Oops. So leadoff runner is on for Oakland. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Tab. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And Rise will get him for his 4th K of the day. Ooh. Bill North is a threat to steal. We're going to throw to first. Try to keep him close. Pitch down. And Scott hits one to center. Lynn's under it. Makes the catch. For out number 2. So that'll bring up Tony Armas. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Runner's off of the pitch. And he is out. Fisk guns him out for out number 3. So great throw by Fisk. A tag applied by Doyle. And North is gunned down for the final out of the 5th. So halfway through, it's 2-0 Red Sox. Burleson leads it off. 0 for 2 on the day. We'll take a pitch. And breaking ball low. Take another one. In there for a strike. So 1-1 the count on Burleson. And he's going to pop one up. Who wants it? And the second baseman, Scott, comes running in and makes the play on the pop-up. So I probably should have taken another pitch there, as that one looked like it was out of the strike zone that Burleson went chasing. He'll do that. So Cox up now, 1 for 2. And he's going to hit a dribble at a short. Piccolo up with it. Over to Tab for out number 2. So that'll bring up Jim Rice. Rice 0 for 2 on the day. I'll take a pitch. In there for a strike. And he's going to hit a hot shot just past Piccolo, as he cannot get a glove on it. So 2-out single for Rice. See if the Red Sox have a little 2-out rally going like they did last inning. George Scott up now. He'll take a pitch. And goes by for a ball. I'll take another one. In there for a strike with a curve. 1-1. And Scott's going to get some good wood on it. And, oh! The right fielder, Tyrone, makes a great one-handed catch to save extra bases. And a possible another Red Sox run, as Rice probably would have scored as he was off on the pitch with 2 down. So let him bring up Tony Armas. He'll lead it off for the A's in the 6th. We trail it 2-0. And that's a hot shot. That'll fall in there in front of Rice. Takes out on a couple of hops. So leadoff runner is on for Oakland. Let's see what we got going in the Red Sox pen here. Do we want Willoughby or Paxton? They've both been pretty good. We'll put Jim Willoughby in the pen here. So Willoughby is going to warm up just in case. Throw over to first. And it's back safely. So Mitchell Page up now. He could tie it up in its 1 swing of the bat. Got 60 power against the righties. Here's the pitch. And this one's going to be hit a long way. But Lynn's got it sized up. Oh, it's going to fall in front of him. And Page will be in there with a double as they hold Armas at third. So the tying run and scoring position now with nobody out. I'm going to pitch around. Gross. Alright, not the worst thing. Even though the leading runner is on. So now we have a force at any base. So Manny Sanguine, Red Sox will play back, willing to trade 2 outs for 1 run. Hoping to turn 2. Definitely a double play candidate. We'll pitch to contact. Oh, man. We should not have pitched to contact there, but that's all right. Evans makes the catch. This will get a run in. As Armas comes in to score. It's a 2-1 game now. Looks like Mitchell held at second, so that's good. So let's go out and visit him, see how he is. I'm still going strong. Alright, we'll go and get pitched to 1 more batter. Hopefully he is strong. So Tyrone will pitch around him. Oh, and that's going to be a base hit, as we should not have listened to him. That is going to be it for Wise, as it's now a 2-2 game. Yeah, Piccolo is a weak hitting guy. We're going to try to get him. And he'll hit one out as Rice gives chase, and Rice makes a great running catch. But Oakland scores 2, and it's 2-2 now. So we'll sit. I think we're definitely going to bring Willoughby in for the 7th there. Yeah, we'll put him in. Alright. Oh, there's only 2 outs now. Whoops, I thought that was the 3rd out. That's right. We'll take him out anyway. So Bill North up now. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. Rice will make a great catch. One-handed grab there. So Willoughby was 1-1 coming in with a 12 1/3 innings pitched. 2.19 ERA. So Oakland gets 2, and it's 2-2 after 5.5. So Hobson will lead it off. Blue back out there still. Hobson's 1 for 2 on the day. And that's going to take it for ball 1. Misses. And in there for a strike, 1-1. And that's going to be a base hit, just out of the leap of Piccolo over his glove. So leadoff runner is on for the Red Sox. Yeah, he's not a very good bunter, so we'll maybe do a little hit and run here. Let's try a hit and run. And that'll be a base hit, so that pays off as Hobson motors to third on the hit and run. So delivers on that. Runners at the corners with nobody out. So the Red Sox looking to take back the lead. It'll bring up Denny Doyle. I'll take a pitch. And first pitch strike, okay. And that's going to be a line out to Piccolo. Makes a great catch for the first out of the 6th. So Dwight Evans up now 1 for 2. He's got a couple RBIs, looking to get his 3rd RBI of the day. I'll take one here though. And it's going to be inside with a fastball, 1-0. Take another one. It's in there for a strike. And that's going to go past the dive of Scott. That'll bring home a run. Evans gets his 3rd RBI. And it looks like 2 runs are going to come in. No, actually 1 run. I was looking at Oakland there. So Evans puts the Red Sox ahead once again. Evans has all 3 Boston RBIs. Still only 1 down here for Fred Lynn. Lynn's 0 for 2 on the day. Well, I'll take a pitch. Ball 1. Take another one. 2-0 the count. We'll have him swing away. And he's going to get a good one to hit. However, it looks like it's going to stay up. And Tyrone will make the catch. Fisk holds at second. So the Rooster up now. 0 for 3 on the day. Take one. And that's high for ball 1. Take another one. Looks like it's going to be inside there. 2-0. Well, I'm taking another one. 3-0 the count. Definitely going to have him take another one. And he'll walk on 4 pitches. So good eye by Burleson that time. So that will load the bases for Ted Cox. Well, I'll take one. Oh, it's going to be a pass ball or a wild pitch, it looks like. And who was that? That looks like, I think that was Evans. Now, Fisk, actually. Fisk comes in on the wild pitch by Blue. So that Red Sox add to the lead without the benefit of a hit. And the wild pitch by Blue. So I'll take another pitch. And that's a strike. And that's going to be hit to Scott. Throw over to first. The Red Sox score get the 2 runs back and have a 4-2 lead going into the 7th. So Jim will be back out on the hill. He is now in line for the win if Red Sox can hold it. So we are going to, let's pitch around him a little bit. And he strikes him out. So that paid off that time. So Willoughby gets him swinging. Scott up now. Just pitch regular to him. 1 for 3 on the day. And he's going to hit one up the middle, and that'll drop in front of Lynn. So 1 out single. And he's definitely a threat to steal. We'll throw at first. And we'll pitch out 1 here. The Red Sox pitch out, and so even though they pitched out, Fisk was unable to get it to second. So Red Sox saw that was coming, but weren't able to throw out Scott. We've got a good jump. So Tony Armas up now. He's been hot today, 2 for 2. We're gonna pitch around him. Ugh. So that'll get the run home on the single by Armas. So Oakland's got 1 of the runs back. Oh man, I saw. Thought of the tying run in scoring position now. Bad throw by Willoughby there. I think it was Willoughby. So Page up now, 1 for 3. It's a hot shot to Scott. They'll get the runner over. He underhands it to Willoughby for out number 2. Alright, so the Red Sox need to get this out here. Keep it a 1-run lead. Wayne Gross up. And he'll walk him. So we'll put runners at the corners with 2 down for Manny Sanguillen. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. I'll pitch around him too. Oh, and he's going to walk. So we'll load the bases. And that'll drop in there. And that'll tie the game at 4. So Oakland gets those runs back. So we'll get Paxton up there. Alright, his fist goes out to talk to... Let's hope he does. Alright, so Piccolo up now. Red Sox are in a pickle here. And that's going to be a hot shot to Hobson. He goes the short way over to second. And gets the out. 7th inning stretch time. As Oakland scores 2 and ties it at 4. So Jim Rice will lead it off. Blue back out there for a 7th inning of work. He'll take a pitch. Ball 1. Take another one. And it's going to be outside. 2-0 the count. And we'll have him take another one. 2-1. And he's going to pop one up the can of corn here. As Armas is under it, makes the catch for out number 1. Outside for ball 1. 2-0 the count. We'll have him swing away at this one. And he'll draw a walk. So Scott is on base with another walk. So that'll bring up Butch Hobson. 2 for 3 on the day. He's had a good day. In there for a strike. And he'll strike out to end the inning. Oh, actually 2 outs now. So Carlton Fisk. 1 for 2 on the day. That's in there for a strike. And that'll be a hit past the third baseman. Gross. So we'll put runners on first and second now with 2 down. Red Sox looking for a little 2-out rally here. Take back the lead. And it's a low ball 1. I'll take another one. Inside corner 1-1. And Doyle strikes out. So the Red Sox cannot come back again and retake the lead. And after 7 full, we're tied at 4. So we'll be back out again. We'll take him out. We don't want you reaching back for more. Taxton's tiring. I left him out too long. Well, it looks, I don't want a tiring pitcher in there. So let's see what we got coming up. I think we're going to have Lee warm up there with some switch hitters coming up. Alright. So we'll be out there for at least one more batter. He's going to have to reach back for more here. Bill North, 1 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be a bunt. And a good one. And North, oh, a great throw by Fisk. Guns him out. Thought he was going to be safe on that one, but Fisk with a great play there to get first out of the inning. So Jerry Tabb up now. Tabb 0 for 3 on the day. And he'll draw a 1-out walk. Lee's still warming up. Wish I had him against the... Oh well. And that's going to be hit to center. Lynn comes charging in, and he makes the catch. For out number 2. Get at least one more batter here. Harmus is 3 for 3. We're going to pitch around him. And he's going to hit a fly ball. Rice comes in, and he makes the catch. Alright. So we're going to bring in Lee, as a couple lefties are coming up next inning. So Lee was in the pen at least the start of the season for 1977. So Evans will lead it off. He's got 3 of the 4 Red Sox RBIs. Let's see if he can get another one here with a long home run. That would be nice. Dave Gusti on now. Yeah, we'll have him swing here. Gusti with 0-2 record, 7 innings pitched, 10 hits allowed, 6 earned runs, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And it'll be a bouncer to Scott for out number 1. Fred Lynn up now. Take one. Ball 1. Count evens at 1. And he gets him swinging. So 2 down now in the Red Sox 8th. Brings up Rick Burleson. And he's going to hit a fly ball to left. Page comes over and makes the catch. The Red Sox go in order in the 8th. As Bill Lee is on now. Bill the Spaceman Lee. Mitchell Page will lead it off. 1 for 4 on the day. Looks in for the sign from Fisk. Here's the windup and the pitch. And he gets him on the Ephus pitch. So Wayne Gross up now. Gross 1 for 2. And he's going to hit one to center field. Lynn's back. And Mem makes a great one-handed grab. It looked like a diving catch, but it was a one-handed grab. So 2 outs now for Sanguian. Pitch around him. And he's going to hit one to Burleson. Burleson up with it over to Scott. And Oakland goes in order in the 9th. So the Red Sox have a chance to win it here. Gusti back on. Cox will lead it off. Do we want to keep Cox in, or do we want to bring... He's 1 for 4. I think we're going to pinch hit with Bernie Carbo here. Might as well use him. We got him. So Bernie Carbo will come in. So Carbo comes in hitting just 150, but does have a homer and 5 runs batted in. We'll have him take a pitch here. 0-1. Hey, oh, and Carbo! I was like wondering what that achievement was. And Carbo with a walk-off home run, reminiscent to what he did in the World Series. Well, not a walk-off, but it's a big home run to give the Red Sox the victory. So Mr. Brody brings in Carbo, and Carbo rewards his manager and GM with a walk-off home run. Good job, Mr. Brody. So the Red Sox needed that victory. Hopefully that will spark them to put together a few wins in a row. But the Red Sox prevail 5-4 with a walk-off pinch hit solo home run by Bernie Carbo. So great management by Mr. Brody. Brings the victory home for the Red Sox. So let's take a look here. Bill Lee gets the win. Pitched 1 inning in relief. He's 1-0. Wise pitched 5 2/3 innings. He pitched a good game. Scattered 8 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned. 4 walks. Walked a few batters there. Had some control issues. 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. Willoughby was a little bit roughed up in his, letting up 2 runs in 2 1/3 innings. Vida Blue, 6 1/3 innings, 7 hits allowed, 4 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks and 3 Ks. He was a bit wild too. Dave Gusti gets the loss. He's 0-3 now. Let's up the walk-off home run to Carbo. So Hopefully that will help Carbo there, as he came in and only hitting 150. But Mr. Brody saw something in him. So let's see here. Hobson was 2 for 4 with a couple of runs scored. Fisk was 2 for 3 with a run scored. Evans 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. But we got to give the game ball to Bernie Carbo with the pinch hit home run there. Gotta. Let's see for the Oakland, top of the order. Scott was 2 for 5 with a run scored. Armas 3 for 4 with a couple of runs scored and an RBI. I think Armas also had a stolen base. No, Scott had a stolen base. Tyrone 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs. As the Red Sox walk off and are 9-10. So a good game for Mr. Brody and the Red Sox. And we'll be back with another game in Oakland here. So we'll leave the game here. So we'll save it. Win. Oh, game number 19. Win. And it's 5-4. We'll just put Carbo. Carbo. Ooh, can't fit that one. Carb. That's good enough. Carb. Alright, so let's look at the standings here. Walk-off. Yay, good achievement. Our first walk-off. Excellent. So, alright. So let's see here. Let's go to the home screen here. So that'll put the Red Sox 9-10. That's good. So they'll be facing tomorrow. By Hansen. So Stan Bonson, well, Bonson Burner. Little chemistry nickname there. He comes in with an 0-3 record, so hopefully they can capitalize off of him. 3.47 ERA. So we'll see who the Red Sox get going up. It looks like it's going to be, if I had to guess here, it's either going to be Reggie Cleveland or Louis Tiant. Probably Reggie Cleveland. He's had only 4 starts, so probably Reggie Cleveland. Yeah, Don Ossie pitched the last game, pitched a great game. Unfortunately, the Red Sox lost the game. But Reggie Cleveland will be pitching, I think, for the Red Sox in the next game. Hopefully he can right his ship there. He does have a 2-1 record, but his ERA is pretty high. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, and hope you enjoyed the in the beginning of the video how to load the pictures. Hope that helped. And again, if you know how to do the L or whoever, if you can change the, I didn't think you could, but if you can change the little icons there for the base runners, not that I really want to, but I know Clinton Parks was mentioning it, so I'd like to be able to show people how to do it. And we got 3 more weeks for Kyle Yastrzemski to come back, so we'll be counting down the days when Yaz comes back. That would be, you definitely need him. That's another reason why we're not, a little bit subpar. Our captain is not on the team, so we're holding our own right now while the captain is away. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video, Out of the Park 18 video. 1977 season, managed by Mr. Brody. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye.